Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading for November 2020. This is going to be for Aquarius Sun, Moon, or Rising. As always, you may be intuitively guided to the channel and you're not sure if you have Aquarius in your chart. That's okay. Glad you're here. Welcome. You may be in love with an Aquarius, and that can be romantically, could be your child, family member, friend. So whatever brought you, I wanna welcome you, and I feel like you'll receive whatever messages it is you need to hear. Just be open, right? Got to be open. I have to tell you, I feel like my readings reveal, especially if I'm looking about someone else. I feel like my readings reveal just as much about ourselves, what we may need to do, right? Something we may need to look at. But it's as a learning tool, right? So you can put negative things behind you, right? And the only way we can do this is by looking right at it, straight at it. So anyways, I don't know why I just gave you that little speech. Maybe somebody needs to do that. You can certainly ask your guides for illumination over the messages that are for you. And again, it can be one message or it can be many. Many messages come out of these readings. But there's also a storyline, so the storyline can be yours. So just be open. I use tarot as a tool to stimulate my intuition. So it may be a little different than what you're used to, but that's okay, right? Different is good. All right, let's take a moment. Let's just do a little deep breathing. We're just trying to bring our heart rate down, bring our energy to a calm place. And let's begin. So we're going to begin with the major arcanas. I've done these before. Most of you are used to this. Those who are new, this is a deck of just major arcanas. And the reason why I use them in a spread is I feel like they give us very good information about, it's almost a peek at what the spread's going to be about. It's like the bullet points, and then out comes the story. We have the Sun. I normally don't read these as people. It's more the energy, but I will tell you it's a Leo. That's a Leo's signature. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn. Interesting how I was saying we have to look at oneself, because right there is the perfect energy. This is not about judgment. This is just illumination over my dark side. My dark side is part of me. So I should get to know it, right? And learn to tame it just as I do in my light. So I feel like right off the bat, for some of you, this is about illumination over over the things that tempt you to take you out of your uniqueness. Let's put it that way. And we have the High Priestess, which is the only one who came face down. So it's almost like I'm leaving her out of the equation here. But ultimately it's about trusting this High Priestess, right? The Sun is here. So the High Priestess, you can call it your intuition. I often feel like it's a peek behind the veil of what is, right? My destiny, what was, that type of thing, whatever it is that I need to move forward. But I have to, this is energy I've got to be willing to use, right? But I love that the Sun opens up the reading. So no matter what, it talks about happier times. And sometimes we have to travel the dark path to get to the light, right? But think of the hermit, right? The hermit is, as I'm going through the dark, I'm seeking that light. It's all about seeking. If you're seeking it, ye shall find it. Okay. Look at this. We have the wheel on the bottom of the deck, so that's good. We can call that destiny. You know, and I use destiny lightly because truly we're creating our lives as we go. You know what I mean? Like, we don't realize the hand that we have in creating our own lives. It's interesting. I was watching a show last night, and it was I don't know if any of you heard of Arnold Murray, but it's someone that Sam listens to, so I was listening to it, and he he said that, you know, this is not verbatim, um, but coming from God, like these are God's words. Keep blaming me. Um, wait, you accuse me of putting a burden on you. No, if you keep accusing me of putting a burden on you, then a burden I shall put on you. Something like that. It's in the Bible. I just totally messed it up. But what it's saying is, you know, there's many times when I personally have said, you know, God, why did you do that? You know, but if I truly look back, I can see why certain things happened. I can see what my part was in it. All of that. You know, it's like now I can truly see. I see through the energy of the high priestess. Okay, we're going to get into the storyline now. It's funny, I'm looking at the sun, the devil, and the high priestess, and all three of them are looking back at me, straight at me, almost like, who are you going to believe? One more shuffle. This could certainly talk about the, you know, we need to be aware now in the present day. And that's why they're all looking at me. But if I look at the wheel over here, this person's got a blindfold on. She's going to spin the wheel anyway. We can look at that as positive or negative, right? She's willing to take a chance, or wherever it goes is where she goes. Or because she's not willing to see something, her future looks the same as her past, right? There's no difference. So I do feel like the energy of looking at ourselves is important within this reading. You know why? When you're asked to find higher energy within yourself, I feel like there can only be rewards for that. You know, it's like moving up a level, and as we move up a level, things doesn't mean challenges end, but we know how to deal with everything and anything. It's almost like a bring it on type of thing. All right, let's go deeper. All right. Interesting. The high priestess turned itself over, and I thought these were turned over too, but they're not. So I'm going to take them. I feel like I was meant to take them. So with the, um, I'm sorry, the Hierophant, part of Taurus, that's about your belief system, what you believe in, truly believe in, what your soul believes in. You know, what you know to be true. And there's a lot of things that we know are true, but we may pretend otherwise. You know, I feel like there's a sacrifice here. And I've been feeling that a lot lately, but the sacrifice is of no good to you anyway. I mean, there's a sacrifice. That means something new wants to replace it, right? And that's exactly what you got. The Ace of Wands coming under the sun next to the Hierophant. That's kind of beautiful energy. It's like getting back to yourself there. I often feel in this deck like this person has worked hard for this Ace of Wands to show up, for this new opportunity, new chance to show up, right? But it came through believing in oneself, believing that it could be done. I feel like for some of you, this is about an epiphany you may even receive which, you know, you're thinking, well, that's just a thought, so to speak, but it can be life-changing. But I may have to sacrifice something. And again, when I say sacrifice, and I feel like I have to use that word, but the sacrifice is of no good to you anyway. Seven of Wands with the Empress. You know, I feel like someone's defending someone's mother. Winning a battle over. This may be something that I do that my mother used to do, and then therefore I took it on, and now I have the recognition, you know, that it came from energy that didn't serve me or her, and therefore I change it. This mother may have already passed, because I feel like you have the ability to feel her energy, like her energy is, you know, I do feel like someone's mother had a certain type of temptation within her life to do certain things. I feel like she may have crossed. And she's saying, now you, my daughter, have taken on, you know, you're following in my footsteps. But this is about, I feel like the sacrifice is understanding that, you know, if she could have not had it in her life, she'd rather have not have had it. Does that make sense? And that is not for everyone. I know that. But I feel like, what does that do for you? Number one, if you see it and then overcome it or sacrifice it, and then I feel like, number one, you're thinking clear. Um, and I just feel like you end that cycle. Like, you can end the cycle. Maybe you're meant to end that cycle. Maybe you are the stronger one. You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing you as very strong. Um, but that doesn't mean I can't have my moments of weakness. Anyway, interesting. You know, I feel like I am looking way in the future, but I am also seeing the energy of, you know, if I follow I feel like I'm talking to someone who may be younger. You know, I'm 60, so everyone's younger. But maybe in school, maybe beginning school. I feel like if you are, you know, because it's moving into the energy of defending people, but defending it with almost like I become a reverend, I become a minister, I become an attorney, and I think whatever my dream was to become, you become even more. You know, almost like, you know, I go to law school to be a lawyer, and I end up as a judge down the road, right? Down the road. And that's what it's talking about. It's like it's taking me, boom, down the road. So I think that's just saying that possibility exists. It may be, you know, it may not be the easiest path, but I feel like you'll excel at it. All right. Well, hello, lovers. So we have the Two of Cups below the Hierophant. So first of all, we have to recognize the Taurus, right? Of course, not for everyone, but for someone, and it can be Taurus and Leo. We have the Two Swords. Interesting. I did Sagittarius' reading yesterday, last night, and they also got the twos by each other. And then we have the Princess of Wands. So whatever this Princess of Wands needs to defend, she can defend. She's almost someone who, you got a problem, give it to me, right? I'll fix it. You know, she's walking down the street, she or he, and sees someone being bullied. She has no problem walking up to that situation and, you know, I feel like, you know, can be a smooth talker, I don't know, but is able to mediate that situation. So I feel like that's who you are, but that may not be what you're feeling, because we have the Two Swords here. And this, first of all, this Princess of Wands would always take a chance. She's someone who definitely would take a chance. She can be fire, she is fire, so that can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I should throw that in. But ultimately, she's someone who she reminds me a lot of the Fool. So, for some of you, this has to do with the soulmate energy. And it may be, are they ready? Are you ready? It's interesting, if I look up, at the Two Swords, I'm protecting my heart with a blindfold on, and yet still trying to make a decision. When we look at it, trying to make a decision from that energy, it's difficult. That's the energy where we may scream out to God, why do you keep putting these burdens on me? And God's like, wait a minute, you're putting them on yourself. You've got to see that. You've got to take your blindfold off. You've got to see these repeat patterns are coming from you, right? And maybe that's why in the beginning, right now, I was talking about how we are creating our life. No matter what, that Ace of Wands is like, you can get through whatever struggle. You can overcome it. Anyway, let's get the rest of the cards out. Very interesting. The Hierophant's number 5, which is about change. Two of Cups underneath that can talk about people changing, right? Why? How? Because they found their true belief system. I feel like in the Hierophant, you're finding out who you are, and not just who you are, but all that you are. Because in the Two Swords, you're not feeling your power at all. Yet, that's where my decision making's coming from. We have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Empress and the King of Swords together. Princess of Wands over on the other side. We have the Six of Pentacles coming under the Two of Cups. Well, I love that. That's talking about whoever the soulmate is. And it doesn't even have to be romantic, but whoever it is, it's a very beautiful, balanced energy. I think of the 3 and the 3 every time I see the Six of Pentacles, which is a 33, which is also a master number, right? It's the last master number. And I feel like that talks about many lives lived, right? Many lives lived, and perhaps your last life, if you choose. I feel that power in that card. It's about give and take, and understanding that, if I come from my higher self, if, like everything that I want and everything that I believe in, the universe is saying the only thing you got to do is match that energy so you can then attract that energy. And the Six of Pentacles is that beautiful energy. It's that energy sometimes I find financially, like, when I'm getting just a hair nervous, but I trust that I'll be taken care of enough to allow me to continue the work that I do. And that's what happens. As I give, I receive. As I give, I receive. And I'm open to that. I'm open to that. A lot of people aren't. You really want to be open to that. And I feel like that has to do with everything. All of you. Anyway, what a beautiful energy what a beautiful energy surrounding this Two of Cups, except for one card, which is the Two of Swords. So, right away, we know what the sacrifice is, because I have the blindfold on in this energy. So it has something to do with love. Again, it can be any type of love. It just has something to do with love, where, part of you wants to do something, and part of you is fearful of doing it, Why? Because you don't want to repeat it. I feel like we've already like established a lot of this. So it's almost like, I did a reading where it was the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other shoulder, and that's kind of what that energy feels like. And, it's the unknown. It's the unknown. I don't know where she came from. Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. She's our intuitive queen. At least for me, she's our intuitive queen. So we have a lot of fire energy here, guys, which I like for Aquarius because you don't get fire a lot. So this is about your passion. This is about going after it. Do you ultimately make that decision? Some of you may be about a trade. It's funny, I'm looking at the King of Swords and I'm seeing like a saw in one hand, and they're almost like equipment, like construction equipment. And, you may be here, and it may be a husband and wife team, and you may be here trying to figure out whether it's a smart move or not. With the Six of Pentacles here, it tells me it is. As long as you focus on it, it will continue to supply for you too. If I take my focus off it, then maybe not. That's probably everything. Okay, last two cards. It's funny, somebody left me a message, said that I talk too much, and I feel like I agree, but I feel like I have to say what I have to say. It all has to come out. Um, but I agree. Like, sometimes I don't feel like talking, and where I take those pauses, I feel I'm meant to take those pauses. I don't feel like there's anything I do here that I'm not meant to do. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Emperor in reverse. Interestingly, we have the Empress in the upright, but the Emperor is in reverse. That could be that you stopped working for the company for whatever the reason. And again, if I feel like if there's this, maybe it's a team who are starting something, some type of business. And again, for some of you, I know it's construction. For some of you, I know it's law. Like I can feel certain things. And, maybe some of you worked with the Emperor and it didn't work out like maybe it should have. Somebody didn't appreciate your uniqueness. They didn't have that appreciation, right? This was trying to overcome your energy instead of appreciate your energy. So, it's like that. It comes over you, their energy, and therefore, do you ever really get to be yourself? And I feel like that's why the Ace of Wands is talking about, like, this is you um, coming back to you, really. Coming back to, remember, you have two bodies, right? You have the human body, you have the spiritual, your soul. And, that's just with you, always, always. So I feel like it is bringing you back to you. Anyways, I do feel like for someone, whether that be over love with Two of Cups here, um, this may be a partner that just can't see me for who I am, right? Doesn't see me for the Empress that I am. And here's this King of Swords who I feel like absolutely sees that about you and probably appreciates that about you. Um, I feel like this is someone who appreciates, I want to use the word spunk, but you don't have to be spunky. Just your willingness, your willingness. And that may be to try different things, right? I mean, I do feel like this Empress and Emperor split. And it takes a lot for that split. But this King of Swords seems to be the reason. So let's bring the clarifiers out. Because we have the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So again, I'm in a question mode, right? But this is a much better energy. This is really, do I want to do it? Is it what I want in my life right now? I'm not in my head. Will this be good for me or will this be bad for me? This is being very realistic, I feel. So I like that. Okay, choose the crystal vision. I know a lot of you like the crystal vision, so we're going to go ahead and use it. I'll give it a couple shuffles. And we're going to go even a little deeper. That's why I don't know how people who only watch a video halfway, like, I feel like, you're missing the answers, and I don't know. It's weird. One of these cards don't feel like they belong, and they don't. Look at that. We have the Hangman. Interesting. I had the same thing happen yesterday. Yet I go through these cards. Weird. Okay, so we have the Hangman coming from the Cosmic Tarot. Like, hang on there. So, this could talk about a time period, right? Making a decision when you feel that the time is right. The Hangman, even though it's the energy of things not moving forward at this moment, there is wisdom to be gained. There's definitely wisdom to be gained, right? What's his purpose? To find an awakening, to find his awakening, her awakening. And within that, like, just like I said earlier, like you have different eyes to see with. When you have that awakening, you truly have different eyes to see with. You see things for what they truly are. Okay. Let's give ourselves some room so I can see these people down here. I feel like I'm being very gingerly, and like each card needs its own space. Alright, turn these around. Let's start at the Hangman. Let's ask the Hangman what it's doing here. Okay, so this would make sense. We have the Eight of Swords. That's a self-created energy of protection. I'm trying to protect myself. Same thing I'm doing, excuse me, in the Two Swords. I'm trying to protect my heart. There's something I don't want to see. And I feel like if I see it, bam, there's that Ace of Wands, right? So anyways, what are you doing here, Hangman? I'm waiting for these swords to come down. This is self-reflection. I put myself here. Therefore, I'm the only one who can take myself out of here. Yeah, I guess in a way you have to be willing to take chances. And this is not the energy where you want to take chances, right? This is the energy where you're afraid to take a chance. So that's very clear. And then look at this, which I think is kind of beautiful, the High Priestess, your intuition, your inner voice. It's your guide, right? Eight of Swords. Even though it's a swords, it's still a new beginning if I allow it, right? If I'm willing to take those swords down. And the High Priestess as the supporting energy to that, I find that kind of beautiful. Because again, I feel like your voice, your authenticity, who you are, and feeling that. So you definitely have your higher self, if nothing else, touching the Hierophant, trying to help you for some what may be considered a sacrifice. Well, we got a couple more. Let's take them. We have, interesting, with the King of Swords again, with the Page of Cups and the Moon, card of Pisces. Interesting. So this King of Swords, I have to tell you, I feel like makes you feel good. You know what I mean? And I feel like this King of Swords, and again, it doesn't. Let's put it like this: well, first of all, the King of Swords is you, is Aquarius, but it can be another Aquarius, it can be any sword, Gemini, Libra, but it does not have to be. This is someone who I think can definitely see you. Maybe even like brings out the kid in you. But the moon is here. And for some of you, it can certainly be a Pisces. And Pisces is touching the Hierophant. So you can see how it can be all kinds of signs. But really what it is the future is not known. You know, like this is where the problem lies, because I'm afraid of the future. I'm afraid of what will be. I'm afraid I may create what I have created before. But there seems to be some type of sacrifice that will, I don't want to say guarantee you that it can be all that it should be, um, and that people will see you for who you truly are. You know, first of all, you have the Page of Cups under this Eight of Swords, so some of you are not, you know, you you think of yourself and you don't understand all that you are. This can be because of other people and what other people have said to you, done to you. But ultimately, the control falls back to you. Like you always have the control, right? If you know yourself, um, I have to say, it doesn't feel like it matters what anybody else thinks. So it's getting to know oneself, and it's showing me right here, like it's almost a fear to look within. Um, you know, or you're telling yourself there's certain things about you that others, you know, won't appreciate or won't accept. And I feel like there's someone special out there who will see you. And I mean the real you. And ultimately, I feel like that's what you're looking for. So that's what the Hangman's here for. The Hangman here is waiting to have this awakening, but the High Priestess is saying, you know, don't wait out there. You know, it's not something that's coming from out there to you that's causing you to have this awakening, this awareness, right? It's you allowing yourself to have it. And how do I have that? Well, Eight of Swords, I got to stop believing all those thoughts. I got to understand that I control them. They can try to control me, and maybe they have, right? That's where my belief system starts to, I don't know, like hunch in instead of be open, right? It's like I'm hunched in instead of being open. So nonetheless, I feel like you have the opportunity. I feel like you have the ability. If anybody has the ability to find that light, to put you on a path that will truly make you feel different about life, you do. Truly, you do. Okay. Well, thank you, Hangman. I think I'm going to take the Hangman and put him back with where he belongs, but nonetheless, there he was. Hangman told us a lot, though. We have the Six of Cups. Of course we do. Do we not always get the Six of Cups? And the Six of Cups is you know, it's about happy memories. Number one, it's memories that fill up my heart. And you know, it's coming over the Sun and the Hierophant. This can be a person of the past. This can be who is right now the King of Swords. Um, it can be, certainly, because it can be, first of all, you have two energies of younger years, you know, so you have that. Can it be of other lifetimes? Of course, we have the wheel here. Let's see what else we have. But the Six of Cups came in the upright, so I don't feel like this Six of Cups is bringing in anything hidden, especially touching the sun. I feel like there's true illumination. And again, this may be someone who sees you for who you really are. Look at this. We have the Strength card. First of all, we have two Leos side by side. Two Leos. The Strength card is all about your inner strength, your ability to tame your thoughts, your ability to get over what was, right, and to evolve from that. This is about evolving. This is, I feel like it's another notch in your belt that is there for eternity. So, I may have had some tough journeys, but I've also got some notches in my belt that are forever. And there's Temperance, card of Sagittarius, coming over the Devil. Temperance controls time. She's about divine timing, right? When it's right, it's right. When it's not, it's not. This could talk about someone, there could be a double Leo. I don't know. Anyway, this could talk about. It could also be Sagittarius and Capricorn together here with Leo. Now it feels complicated, so let's get back to where it was. So I feel like temperance is guiding time, right? Waiting for something to be its best, to be delivered. This is of a very high energy. This is of unconditional love. So I never have to fear whatever temperance is doing. What it teaches me is patience. Patience to what? To reflect, to understand that these are like chapters and getting to know myself. Queen of Wands. So we've had the Queen of Wands, what? Well, twice. But again, she's the intuitive queen. Coming over the High Priestess. I feel like what the universe is saying to you, you got to heal the past because there's there's unique things about you that if you feel lost in the world, you have these unique talents that you probably don't even know you have. Why don't you know you have them? Because you haven't seek them. It's almost like I love the guitar when I'm listening to my music, right? But I've never personally picked up a guitar. I have. But, it's saying, like, I never picked up a guitar and I never tried it. I never tried my hand at it. Therefore, I don't know if I'm any good at it. And I'm just using that as one example. But I feel like it's talking about some of these talents that you have and bringing them to the forefront. It's almost like if I was a country singer and I've been singing the bars, right? There's a song, there's something that comes out that, has this perfect pitch to it that everyone loves. And it's what sets me on this path. All right, let's keep going. If nothing else, the Six of Cups makes you feel young at heart. It's interesting. Okay. We have the Four of Cups, who is really coming over the Hierophant. I feel like it's saying, listen, you got nothing to do anyway. So learn, seek, right? For some of you, this is talking about your faith in God, your faith in whoever your God is, your faith in yourself. I feel like this is saying use a spiritual eye if I'm looking at someone for perhaps a romantic partner, look at them from a spiritual point of view. I like that the 4 is there, even though 4 cups, can be a little wonky type energy, but I like the 4. Look at this. The Wheel of Fortune is coming right over that Ace of Wands. So whatever it is I want to do here, this is the opportunity to do it. Here it is. No wonder I put the Hangman away, because here it is. Coming over the Strength card, again, good job. You took this journey. It was difficult, but you learned the lessons. You evolved yourself. You became more spiritual. It's like the reward now. You actively, passionately are looking for ways to evolve. It can be like learning a new language. Why? Because why not? You know what I mean? Learning a new craft. Why? Why not? Anyway, here it is. Oh, wow. And look at that. We have the 10 of Cups. Wow. Temperance controlling that. In a way, I kind of feel like this 10 of Cups was. Doesn't mean it won't be again, but I feel like it was. And that can mean it was with this person up here, but life got in the way. The Wheel can certainly be another chance, right? But it's already saying what type of energy that it needs to come from. The Hierophant. Your belief system needs to be intact. Well, there's the Fool. So the High Priestess is planning on taking a chance here. Something she's intuitively feeling. Something that's coming from Temperance, right? Temperance may say, good job on the overcoming of this challenge. Here we go. And I never think of the fire saying no. I always think of yes. I don't know. It's just how I am. And then I have the Fool here. The Fool talks about my past. Well, the Emperor's in reverse. So this may be leaving someone because of someone else. Now, I say I'm leaving someone because of someone else. I shouldn't have said it that way. I'm leaving someone because they couldn't see me. They didn't appreciate me and who I am. And there may have been a third party, that type of thing. So I am leaving that behind, and I am leaving it behind. Like, there's the anger, all that. It's not going to exist. I feel like there's no need for it. So interesting, guys. Okay, it's good to be Aquarius, I think. Look at this, the 3 of Swords in reverse over the 2 of Cups. I do have to say, I feel like this is someone doing it again with someone, another time around, another turn around. But it's like very clear, showing you the energy. Like, if I can be in this energy, wow. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse, coming over the 2 swords. So the 7 of Swords is a trust issue. I can't trust you, right? You broke my heart. But both of these, look, they're in reverse. The Fool. It's showing you being able to leave these energies of heartache and trust issues in the past. And again, I feel like there's no need for you to pick them up in your future. There's no need for you to pick them up. Here is the 10 of Cups, by the way, right beside the Wheel. And it's connected also to the 6 of Cups. Any of the hard issues, especially within our mind, are turning around. We're seeing things differently. As it relates to the 2 of Cups, whether this is someone of yesteryear or someone new, what it's doing is it's making me forget about the heartache. It's not there. Um, and, here are the Two of Swords. Now we know why the Two of Swords exist, right? These two swords over my heart, the blindfolds on, because of previous trust issues. But for some reason, you're able to leave that behind. I feel like Queen of Wands, I knew she was about taking a chance. And here she is, which moves into, what are these over here for? Oh, they're the Hangman's energy, I think. Okay, look at this, the Magician. Look at the role I'm playing in my own life. And Temperance is saying, see, I was waiting for. The Magician is, the Magician and the Fool, who are pretty close connected. We can look at this triangle. We have the Magician, the Ten of Cups, and the Fool. The Fool's looking back at the Ten of Cups. And the Magician is looking directly at me. So, first of all, I have the ability to overcome the pain of yesteryear. I have the ability to overcome that within the Magician, because the Magician's main role when the Fool shows up is to tell the Fool, you're equipped with everything you need going forward. Who does the Fool meet? The Fool meets the Magician first, and then the High Priestess. These two look like they're connected, and then the Fool is coming over the High Priestess. High Priestess says, don't forget about your spirituality. Keep it intact, right? Keep it intact. This may be what Temperance is waiting for these elements of you to come together. The Fool, I'm taking a chance again. Queen of Wands, I'm taking a chance. I'm listening to my intuition. And I'm not taking my past, even if it is someone of my past, I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at it for all that it can be. Who can create the Ten of Cups? Well, the Magician and Temperance. So it's like working cohesively. But you have to take on the role of the Fool, who is also attached to the Empress. What's the Empress is energy of journeys traveled, of the Pentacles, of the Swords, of the Cups, of the Wands, all of them. And her ability to overcome, maybe not in the beginning, right? But eventually, and all the wisdom that exists within the Empress, right? This is someone who could choose to be very hard in life, very, like, get away from me type of energy. Instead, she chooses to be compassionate and empathetic towards someone else's journey. Why? Because she understands it. She understands it. And I feel like, if nothing else, the Empress is saying, I know that I need to be in the Fool's energy for this next journey, though I can trust, if nothing else, that your guides are here. Here's the Fool with the Magician, and then the High Priestess and the Empress, all in order, all connected. So I feel like, if nothing else, it's saying your guides walk along with you. Stop, don't be fearful. You're turning that around. I know I'm talking fast, but oh, look at that. I'm feeling excited. Ace of Cups coming over this King of Swords and the Empress. And again, I feel you are the Empress here. There's that Hangman. Hello, Two of Cups. And the Emperor. So maybe for some of you, this Emperor is someone who will turn around, who will see you for who you are, who will appreciate all that, who will understand that they've let their faith slip. Maybe. Because we do have the Emperor here next to the Two of Cups. So maybe, but I feel like I still feel for others. This King of Swords, who is the one who brings out the Ace of Cups, may be waiting for you. For you what? To eliminate the Emperor. right? Here's the Two of Cups again with that Hangman, and then the Ace of Cups. You have a big hand in this. Understand that. It makes sense to me why the Fool is here now. Okay. Someone changed their ways, perhaps. We'll see. We have the Page of Wands coming over the Six of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Wands coming over the Queen of Wands. So the Nine of Wands to me speaks of past lives and all that I've gained from all that I have been through, my many different journeys, my many different challenges that I have overcome. And within that nine is a very strong type energy. It is. This is not an overnight energy. This is a remembrance of all that I am. I'm stronger than my thoughts, number one. I'm stronger than my thoughts. And again, I have the Page of Wands where I feel again there's a different type of balance within her energy, which, she's more in the Empress type energy, though she is the Page. This could also speak of a younger time. But she now carries the Six of Pentacles energy. So, the Nine of Wands coming by the Six, it's looking right at the Six of Pentacles. It shows you the ability to grow from previous journeys. Listen, we're not here for nothing, right? We're not here for nothing. What would be the sense? Just we have the Chariot coming over the reverse Three of Pentacles. So I do feel some of you are leaving another. And maybe this reading makes you understand that it's okay because of certain things. That's an individual choice, though. Anyway, the Chariot. The Chariot is like mind control. The Magician is like mind control. And then you have the Ten of Cups above it, with Temperance above that. The Chariot is the yin and the yang. It is, it's the positive and the negative. It's the male and the female. It's the good and the bad. Like that, with the Three of Pentacles flipped over. Interesting. So the Three of Pentacles is really coming over really coming over the Three of Pentacles in reverse, also touching the Emperor and the King of Swords. So I can't leave that out for some of you. For some of you, I feel like there is a partner who is changing their ways, or it's you changing your ways. I feel like now I have the ability to see someone, or they're saying to you, I see you for who you truly are, that type of thing. They definitely have soulmate energy. Listen, a lot of men don't even think twin flames, and I'm not saying this is one, but this is a power couple if they choose to stay together. Some of you, I do feel like you have someone from the past that's coming in, and I do feel like I don't feel like there's a lot of change. So you make the choice to be with this person. I feel like it's, don't be so hard on yourself. It's your choice, right? But here is the Ace of Cups, and again, the Two of Cups. So we know that there's great love here, right? If nothing, maybe it starts from the beginning and it manifests itself stronger and stronger. We start at the Ace. We have the 10 right here. Okay. I don't even know what I'm taking them on. I just wanted to take a couple more cards. We have the Three of Cups, so that's celebrations. We have the Five of Cups. And we have the Four of Swords. So, this may be you celebrating yourself. It may show you, like, what you used to focus on. For some of you, it's attached to this Two of Cups. I'm looking at the Five of Cups, by the way, where I'm focusing on the cups that have fallen over. So the main thing up here was saying, control your thoughts, right? That's how you're going to manifest. if you could, if I manifest from it, from an understanding, a true spiritual understanding, then I can only bring higher energy to me. But if I'm not willing to do certain things, whatever a sacrifice is, then I can expect more of the same. Why? Because I'm creating more of the same. Um, and I also feel that there is someone who is now seeing you for who you truly are and appreciating you for that. Like loving you because of the way you are, like all of you. Doesn't mean they love it when you scream at them, right? But it's not the end, you know? It's just a fight type of thing. So, anyways, I definitely feel like that the three and the three. Interesting how I was saying about the three and the three from the Six of Pentacles, and there it is, the three and the three. Um, I have the Four of Swords touching the Emperor, so I can't say that this Emperor cannot be healed. I cannot say that this Emperor won't see you and love you for who you are. So for some of you, I absolutely feel like this Emperor turns themselves around, and because I feel like there's a healing over them. And it's probably what you've been praying for. I know it's two different things. Like one feels like they're leaving an Emperor, and I feel like that Emperor is someone who's overbearing. Overbearing. And then I feel like there's someone who is already in the Ten of Cups, and I want to keep it together, but I need my Emperor to, get his shit together. And I feel like that is what happened. So I feel like it's even like through your prayers, because what was can be again, I feel. I know that's so confusing because it's like the opposite end of the coin. But yet that is what wanted to come out. I think I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to make it too long because I know Aquarius, you're like, that's kind of long, Sandy. So I want to make sure you see what you need to see. I can't wait to see your comments on this. This is just so interesting. I can't wait to read your comments. So please leave them. Open yourselves up to them, and because what I think you'll find is many of us are experiencing the same thing. We're just at different places along that journey, so we can help, or you can help. Whatever it is, that give and take. So thank you for the comments. I know a lot of people don't like to leave comments, but I don't know. If anybody tries to attack a comment, I'm going to take it off. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the channel through your donations and through your sharing of the videos and your subscribes and your likes, all of that. Thank you. I feel like a rattle in my chest. It's weird. I truly appreciate it. I don't know what I'm going to name this yet. I guess you'll just have to wait and see. Thank you guys. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.